What we're going to look at next is formulas and functions. And we're going to look at calculating the value in column F, which is saving. So we'll see that the saving value is equal to the recommended retail price minus the actual price. So we're going to use formula to do this. Later on, we're going to calculate the total and average of all the savings, and we're going to calculate the total and average of all the recommended retail prices. So we're going to use formulas at first, and then we're going to move on to functions. Formula will be calculated in column F, and the formula is that the saving is equal to the recommended retail price take away the actual price. So the formula is saving is equal to the recommended retail price subtract the actual price. So here, every formula, every function begins with an equal sign. So the formula, the value of saving is equal to the recommended retail price. So we just click on the cell, we click over the 2.45, put in subtract, and then we click over the actual price and press return. So that gives us the saving. So I'll do it a couple more times and keep thinking about the formula that we've been given. The saving is equal to the RRP minus the actual price. Now, the formula that we're given could be anything. It could include addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So this is just one example of a formula. So in this example, the saving is equal to, always start with the equal sign, the recommended retail price. So we click over D3. You could type D3, subtract the actual price. Again, you could type E3 if you wanted to, but it's much easier just to click on it. And at the end, press return. So if I do one more, the saving is equal to, always starts with the equal. What we never do is we never type in the value. So we never type in 1.81. The whole point of formulas and functions is that their values are automatically updated if any of the data changes. So you'd never type in 1.81. You simply click on the required cell. So in this case, the saving is equal to the recommended retail price in column D minus the actual price in column E. And again, you'd never type the 1 in. Otherwise, the formula, the functions wouldn't automatically update. You simply click over it and then press return. So keeping in mind our formula, can you now pause the video and attempt the bottom 3 savings? Okay, if you've done it correctly, you should have something like this. Every single time the equal sign, you click on the 299. You can also use the cursor keys, minus, you click on the 1.25 and press return. Equals, you can type it if you want to. E6 minus E6. Going back to probably the simplest way of doing it, equals, click over the required cell, subtract, because that's what it says in our formula, which I've highlighted yellow, and subtract the actual price and press return. Okay, so now we're going to look at functions to calculate the total and to calculate the average. So we're going to look at the total and the average savings, which we put in orange, and we're going to look at the total and average RRP value, which we put in a nice blue colour. The functions have a name. So to calculate the total, the function we use is sum. To calculate the average, the function we use is average. There are other functions. Can you guess what those would do? So for today, we're just going to be using the sum and the average. So to calculate the total saving, everything begins with the equal sign. The function to find the total is sum. So this adds all the numbers up. And all you need to do now is tell the function what data do you want to use. And the way to do it is Shift and 9, open bracket, highlight, select, grab the data you want, and press return. So for the average, the name of the function we're going to use is average. So to calculate that, start with the equal sign. Every single time we start with that equal sign. And this time we're going to use the function average. And this just calculates the mean or the average of all the savings. So again, at this point, you need to tell the computer, tell Excel, tell the function, what data are we including. Shift and 9 to open bracket and grab all the savings and press return. So now you're going to pause the video and attempt to calculate the total and average recommended retail price. Okay, if you've done it correctly, every single time we start with equals. To find the total, we use the function sum. We open the bracket and grab the data required. Press return, and that will give us the total of all the values in blue. And again, to calculate the average, make sure you spell it right. Equals average. Every function, every formula begins with the equals sign. In this case, we want to calculate the average, also known as the mean. Open bracket, and then select or highlight the data we need to use. Once you've highlighted the data, press return. So that is using a formula, which was the RRP value minus the actual price, and it was using the sum function and the average function. Extra tasks to look at. Could you use the max and min function? Can you see what they do? So could you find the maximum saving? Could you find the minimum saving? And once you've got those two values, could you calculate the range? How about formatting the prices? So apart from the weights, all of the other data, all of it should be in currency format. So it should show the pound symbol or sign. So there's some ideas for you to have a look at. Thank you.